And we live. What's up? What's up? How everybody's doing? It's another day, July 5th, day after July 4th. That makes sense. Got my brother Amar on the other side.
What's up? What's up? What's going on? How's everybody doing? What's up, Mr. Hip Hop Vegan? Thanks again. Appreciate it.
Right, we're gonna go at it real quick. Kevin Durant going to Golden State, man.
I
What's your
can't hear
thought?
you.
Can you hear me now?
It's a little low.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah,
I'll probably far away. Let me-
yeah, you good,
What you
man.
think? What you think about Kevin Durant going to Golden State?
Powerhouse, man. Obviously the strongest team now, beyond a reasonable.
Man, I was upset, man. I thought the Knicks were gonna have a pretty good team, and then the Warriors go and do this type of shit, man.
I think the Knicks will be next, though. I think they're setting themselves up.
Do you think? I know people hate on stuff like that, creating a power team. What's your thoughts on people creating a power team?
Nah, I think it's a good business. It worked for the Yankees. It worked for the Marlins. Um, I don't see anything wrong with it. I think people that hate just don't understand business. I don't see what's wrong with it.
No, what you said again?
Nah, I don't see anything wrong with it. I think that's what most teams should do. In fact, if the Knicks did that, they would be repeating all the time.
Man, I think the Knicks got a pretty good team right now. I think we're gonna probably go past the first round of the playoffs.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Let's hope Rose isn't hurt half the season. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but we'll see what happens. What you think about these people burning Kevin Durant's jersey and stupid shit like that?
Morons, man. Morons. If he comes back 3 years from now, they'll be worshiping the ground he walks on.
It's funny. LeBron came back and everybody acted like they didn't do shit wrong. You know, they won a championship now. Everybody's excited. Do you think LeBron should leave?
Um, nah, not now. He won. I think after they lose next year, he'll go to the Knicks.
Hey, he can finish his career off in the metropolitan city.
Oh
Um,
yeah.
Now with all these what I didn't like about this year's free agency, I think a lot of scrubs, man, got a lot of money, man. You got
That's
this dude.
not hate, is it? That's not hate, is
It is hate because man,
it?
Parsons, Parsons, Parsons from who left Dallas got like a 90 something million-dollar contract, and he only averages what 10 points a game. Kind of scrub shit is that? Mozgov from Cleveland, he went to LA and they gave him a big ass contract. He's a big ass scrub. What he's gonna average 5 points a game?
Every point counts, man. It's hard to get in the NBA.
Man, if you're 7 feet tall and you didn't make the NBA, it's a personal problem why you didn't make the NBA. Anybody can make the NBA if you're 7 feet tall.
I think, well, it's relative. These guys work hard. 10 points average is an impossible feat for most Americans. So, I think he gets it.
I think I'm not hating on the money that they get, and I think the people who are getting the money are scrubs as fuck, man. You got your boy from the Grizzlies too, Connolly. I think got like a hundred, the biggest contract ever in basketball, and he haven't even made an All-Star game. I
He's
think
a he's a team player. He's
they
a
just give money
contributor.
away, man. Why don't you go play, man? You can get a pretty good $1 million contract.
And I would be one of those scrubs who would be on the bench. I would have
But
no issue with it.
I think these legends, man. I think Jordan, Barkley, and all these people would probably sit down and be like, man, these people haven't done half the shit that we did, and they making this big money. Do you think people just throw money away now at athletes and they haven't created shit yet?
I mean, I think they've created a lot. I think all of the players is overrated in terms of finance, except for like LeBron's and Jordan's, Steph Curry's. Other than that, I mean, who's really worth? But these guys do work hard though. They play like games every day, tear on their body, put their bodies at health at risk. They deserve that.
Oh, I'm not hating on that. I'm just hating that the scrubs are getting the money, man.
So-called
It's,
scrub.
no, Mozgov is a scrub. Chancellor, whatever Parsons, whatever his first name is, a damn scrub, man. Come on, man. They gave him that big as a contract, and he haven't done shit.
What makes them a scrub though?
They're not producing, man. They're not. I mean, these people getting big contracts and haven't done anything in the NBA.
I mean, if you average 10 points a game, that's pretty good.
If you say so, man, you know what? My opinion, they give these scrubs money for no fucking reason. But even the Celtics giving Hartford a $115 million contract. Now Hartford is good, but I don't think he's a $115 million contract man. He's just not.
Maybe these guys know something we don't. They're in the front office, they own the teams, they have
Yeah.
more knowledge than we do.
Well, our parents should have sex with who were tall as fuck, 6'8", 6'9", and shit. Maybe we would have been able to get these
It's
fucking.
just something we don't see, man. These guys have hidden talents. It takes a professional eye to see the skills that these so-called scrubs have.
Some of these people got stupid eyes, then, because there's a lot of players that are getting these big ass paychecks. But you know what? Good for them. They're making money. Hopefully they can go around and stun on us. Drive around and talking about, hey, you ain't got this money. You don't work hard enough.
We didn't
You're not
practice like they did.
you're not 6'8", 6'10".
These guys might be the next Jordan. You know what I mean? You got to give them some time.
Kobe they didn't even give Kobe at his prime $150-something million contract.
Kobe didn't prove himself when he came in. Air balls, scrubbing it up.
After the first contract, you don't think he deserved another big contract?
Well, that was a long time ago.
He did get a big contract, but not Conley money, because Conley doing a lot of stuff for the NBA right now.
Well, NBA's they're making more paper now. They can afford to pay out more. They're not struggling like they was.
But the Grizzlies, they're in the championship every year, so they deserve to pay him. Fuck that shit, man. But anyway, good for them. They're making that money. I'm not gonna hate, but some of these people don't deserve that money that they got.
Allegedly.
Hey, we see next year when Cleveland and fucking Golden State Warriors are in the playoffs again.
Oh yeah. They're gonna be in the finals.
But anyways, like you said, the money, money, power, respect. You think people just, because they have the money to throw away, they can just give it away like that?
Well, when you ask me these questions, I'm practicing a new habit of staying away from what people call conspiracy. So I told myself I give myself 30 days where I didn't put things in a certain context. So I'm not going to. Huh?
I'm not talking about conspiracies. I'm talking about I have $1 billion. I'm worth $1 billion. Let me just give this money away.
But I mean, think about it. Why would businessmen just throw money away? Why would they? It doesn't make sense. There has to be a reason for it.
People make mistakes. There's
No,
a lot of businesses that make mistakes,
no,
especially in sports.
no. There's no way these billionaires is making a mistake throwing away 9 figures. It's all deliberate. It's all for a purpose.
I just think these people come from a different world, and most of them just want the franchise to have a name. Like I was reading about Mark Cuban. He said he really don't make money off his franchise. It's just a power thing that he has with having a sports team. He said, "You think I make a good percentage of money after everything is paid in full? You think I really make good money owning the Dallas Mavericks?" He says he has it just because of the power of it. That I own a basketball team, so who do I
And
know now?
the Mavericks won, right?
Yeah, they won one.
Okay. So I'm sure he's making something from that. Listen, the reason why I say that is they're not throwing it away. It's all deliberate. The Knicks constantly piss money away and waste talent. Constantly. Constantly do it. That's for a reason. The damn owner of the Clippers, I think, or Paul Allen. Why would this man? Oh no, Golden State, huh?
The owner of the Clippers is the guy from Microsoft.
Yeah, Paul Allen. Uh,
No,
Paul,
is the ex CEO of Microsoft. Uh, is it's not Paul Allen, it's somebody else.
okay, which team does Paul Allen on?
Paul Allen, the who what team he owns?
Yeah, there's a basketball team that he owns.
He
I know
probably has ownership, but the guy who has the most ownership of the Clippers was his last name starts with a B.
with a V.
Bill, huh?
With a V,
A B.
a B. Let me
Yeah.
look it up real quick because I believe I was just looking at
Ballmar. Steve Ballmar is the owner of the Clippers.
Steve Ballmer. Okay, which team? Let me see which team Paul Allen owns because I know venture capitalists in Golden State.
I know he owns part of the Seattle Seahawks.
He owns the Seahawks and he owns the Trailblazers.
Oh, he owns parts of the Trailblazers. Or
Trailblazers,
the whole thing.
huh?
He owns the whole thing or parts of it.
I think he owns the whole thing. It was Steve Ballmer that was crying. I think when the trade happened, and you ask yourself, right? Why would this billionaire of one of America's most known companies be crying over a damn trade? Why? This is a man that's changed everyone's life through software, and he's crying over a damn basketball trade. You have to ask yourself, why is that? It's stupid. It doesn't make any sense. So there has to be higher reasons, you're right, other than money as to why these people do it. But they don't just piss money away. Whatever they spend, I promise you they get a return of some sort. Whether it's power, control, perception, all of that. They eventually win, though.
I don't know. Everybody thought Kevin Durant was going to go to the Clippers. That's why I think he was crying. And plus, if Steve Ballmer, if you watch any of his antics, he's a very motherfucking animated person. So I think the animation of him giving a good business speech to Kevin Durant, because Kevin Durant was shocked by the way the Clippers uh, spoke to him and stuff like that. I thought he was going to go to the Clippers the way it sounded, but he needs a championship ring, man. Let him go to Golden State. They can win 2 or 3, and then he can go somewhere else. He can go back to Oklahoma City, and everybody else can stop crying.
No, they're not going to win, too. They're not going to win.
Man, that team is crazy, yo.
But if you think about it, though, super hype teams don't really win anyway.
Like what team?
Like when the Lakers had all those fucking all-stars on their team, they got
And what
smacked.
happened?
You know what I'm saying? They got smacked. Gary Payton, they got slaughtered. All you need is two dominant people. This might mess up their chemistry.
And you read the Book of 11 Rings. Karl Malone was hurt 75% of the season. It was only really Shaq and Kobe at the time, and Peyton, Gary, what's his name? Gary Payton, right?
Yeah.
They
Gary
say
Payton, come on. And they got smacked.
he wasn't as fast as he was in the beginning when he played for Seattle. Actually, they had to put in what's his name, Fisher, because Gary Payton was slow. So I mean, to me, it was a power team, but like an old power team. You know, let me put these 38, 39 years old people together and see what happens. But Gary Payton did leave and win the championship with the Miami Heat with Shaq. So
That's what I mean, man. The days of having souped up teams, that died with the Lakers and the Pistons. This time, as soon as Michael Jordan won, all that souped up team stuff died.
but you know the Pistons, they were put together through picking up players. They didn't really trade for them players, you know. Like Isaiah Thomas was picked up by Detroit. You know, Dumars was picked up by Detroit. All these people were like draft picks of Detroit. They really wasn't like put together like Miami Heat were put together, you know?
But then that shows you can't have a super stacked traded team. At least I haven't seen it in the NBA.
Oh,
I haven't
Miami
seen,
Heat. Miami Heat won two rings.
yeah, but Miami Heat, they Dwayne Wade and Shaq. That's it. Who else,
Yeah.
like, you know what I'm saying, on Durant's level where it's a third Titan on that team. All of this shit
Oh,
is staged, man.
Miami Heat when LeBron LeBron Wade and Bosh. That was a put together team. And remember Bosh when he played for the Raptors, Bosh used to be 40-point player, 10, 20 rebounds. He deserves Parsons number money.
I give you Shaq and I give you Wade, but Bosh is nowhere on Durant's level.
Oh no, Bosh, of course not. But Durant, that team put together right there, the Warriors might win 3 championships, man.
I mean, they might win it if they'll win one more at most. I
The
don't
thing
think
is,
they'll
Durant
close.
don't have to do as much as he did with Oklahoma City, and I think him and Westbrook was always battling for the ball, you know.
Yeah,
So
this shit is staged anyway, man.
I don't think everything is staged. There's no way, man.
It is. You'll see next year. We'll all be down to the wire again. We
Everything
already
can't be.
know who's gonna make it.
You
We
weren't doing
already
that.
know who's gonna make it.
I thought you weren't doing conspiracy theory, man.
Nah, it's just the more I talk about it, he's crying. This billionaire is crying over a trade. Come on, man.
Hyped up, man. You people
What is
hyped
he
up,
hyped
man.
for? This
Picking
dude is,
up Kevin Durant.
huh?
The Clippers picking up Kevin Durant would have been a big ass deal, man, for them, for LA Clippers, you know.
I guess maybe it's all organic. We'll see. We already know who's gonna make it.
And
If
when
I
I watched
ask
Steve
you, huh?
Ballmer, when I watched Steve Ballmer's interview, he's a dramatic person, man. Like when you hear him speak, he's like his energy is way different from most people when you hear him speak, man. So maybe that's just him.
He is, but he's crying over a basketball trade. Just let that sit in.
When you have billions of dollars, you can cry for anything, man, and not give a fuck.
He's crying over a basketball trade. You're talking about one of the builders of Microsoft. He's crying over a stupid ass trade of Kevin Durant. It just doesn't make sense. These owners don't piss money away. They always get their money back and they get more. I promise you, Mark Cuban got his money back and then some.
Yeah, of course. I know pretty much, you know, but he says like people think that he makes money like that compared to his businesses. He says it's not really like that, you know.
I mean, I
Um,
would believe these people if they were taking a loss, but they're not. Just like the Knicks don't take a loss for having shitty teams every year.
no, but you know, they'll make more money if they have a good team, you know.
Um, Not necessarily. The New York's still number one market, and they always suck.
But you can't compare New York to a lot of places. New York is fucking mecca to everything, you know. You can't really let's say here in Tampa, Florida, if the Rays are doing bad, I mean, in New York, if you do bad, everybody will still go to a Yankee game, to a Met game, to a Knick game, no matter what's their record, you know.
But that's what I mean. So, but New York's not the only place. Like these people make their money, man. If you watch, what
Yeah,
was it?
when a can of beer costs $13, you're gonna make your money.
Yeah, this shit is for the whole sports thing is for other reasons. The profit, they gonna make it anyway. And if they start losing and hemorrhaging, then they switch states and they go to a different location.
Yeah, we can skip sports now because Kevin Durant and the Warriors are gonna win. But I was watching a little documentary, like a 20-minute documentary where companies are creating fake companies, like shell companies,
Hmm.
and are suing people for what do you call that? For patent fraud. So let's say one company sued a guy because he was actually using um, Google App Store, He actually put his app on the Google App Store, and they were suing him for using that. They're not suing Google because they know Google has the $3 million to fight back, but they are suing people who don't have the $3 million because it costs around $3 million to sue, to go through the whole suit. So they settle for like 300K, and they have companies who go out there and just suing people for stupid patent pendings that people can't fight it. And at the end of the day, the government is not doing anything about it. What's your thoughts about that?
Wait, I'm trying to understand. You have people that are not the company that has, I guess, whatever patent, and they're suing people for.
They will make their own patent. Like they'll make a patent saying that the reason why I'm suing you is because you're using Google Play. You're just using Google Play. I have a patent on you using Google Play. And there are people out there that make bogus patents, and the government says yes to them, and they're able to sue people under that patent.
I think that's hot. I would do the same.
That's fucked up right there. that's the reason why they're getting away with it is a town in Texas where the lawyers who are suing them, the judges are their dad. So 99.9% of the time they're not throwing the case out because the sons are the lawyers and the dads are the judges.
That sounds like a conspiracy.
It is, and people are, and the government are not doing nothing about it. Imagine, and what they do is they target small businesses, because small businesses got money, but they don't got $1 million money, and they'll go after these small companies, and they all settle for 200K, 300K, and say fuck it, we're gonna make the money anyway.
I mean, that's kind of hot though. It's like they're creating money out of thin air.
And I can already see you saying, let me go online and create a shell company. But the thing is,
Yeah, that's hot. That's big. That's business.
but you're black though, so they gonna come after you first.
I appreciate that though. I like good ideas. That's a good idea.
I think that's fucked up how people can get away with stuff like that, man.
I mean, it's not against the law.
It's not, but when the people when you go into court and you're 99.9% sure that you're not gonna win because the odds are against you, then how would you win? And how could you win?
They should stop stealing patents then. Follow the law.
Like a guy can right now create a patent, people using Google Live, where we're using now, and they can sue us because we're using Google Live. Not because I created Google Live and you're using it and you're doing something else, but you're using it just because you're on there. So they can sue me and you if they find out we have money. They can make a patent saying that, they're using it. So let me sue them for a couple of $100,000.
Then we should stop breaking the law and do this properly. Stop
You
being
know when
like.
you know when multicultural people start doing shit like that, that's when they start breaking. That's when they start handing out fucking sentences to people like us because we started doing it.
You
And
know,
none of us got judges that would help us out, man. Our dad are not judges.
I give up the conspiracies, and you done started two already.
It's not a conspiracy. It's just
It's
a
alleged.
fact
It's
that's
not a fact.
happening. It is a
Listen,
fact. People
if
are
multicultural people got their shit together, a lot of this stuff wouldn't happen. What's to stop us from doing the same thing?
our integrity. We know for a fact that. I mean,
See what I'm saying? Excuses. I can't get mad at someone for following the law.
one New York lawyer is suing people for using Wi-Fi.
For using what?
Wi-Fi.
Is he
He, he,
following the law?
his patent that the government okayed is people using Wi-Fi. You're using the Wi-Fi without his permission, so he can sue you for that shit.
Yeah, that's brilliant. I'm about to look that up myself and follow because I actually used to think about that. I wanted to actually sue people for stuff like that. So they're actually setting a precedent for me. I like that. That's big business. I support them.
Well, go on World Star Hip Hop and you can watch the 20-minute documentary on why they're not stopping it and why people can't stop it. I can already see
I'm gonna.
what
What
happened.
happened?
I can
I'm gonna
already see.
start patenting people's skin.
Hey, you probably can. I mean, you're getting a suntan. You're too dark. Let me sue you for that.
Exactly. Now, see, we're foolish if we don't follow suit. You know, people can't complain about broke with all these opportunities. You know how much skin is walking around here?
Yeah, how much skin is walking around.
We should follow suit. I can't. I love it. You know, if he's patenting the use of Wi-Fi, then people need to pay that man or get
This is
prosecuted for stealing.
this is the Gemini AMR coming out. I'll
It's
let you
true.
have your I'll let you have your 15 minute space on that.
I don't see why you don't applaud that. Someone that likes capitalism and making money, you should be championing that. It gives us more opportunities to make money.
Capitalism is good, but when you start taking advantage of people and going against people who don't have the power, then that's when things get. Because they know people who don't have that big money, they can't. How come they don't sit there and sue Google for that? Which they actually tried to. They are trying to sue Google, but they
See,
don't.
equal opportunity.
They don't have Google money. Google. They don't have Google got money. You're not messing with Google.
But we could complain about it, or we can do the same thing. We could.
Well, you.
Oh yeah, yeah. I have tons of ideas now. I might just start patenting people playing basketball on basketball courts.
And since they're not paying you, you can charge them, right? And you know what you can do? Go to
That's
Harlem and do.
right. See,
Go
now
to the
you're
black.
thinking.
Go to the black neighborhoods and do that. Go to Harlem, which Harlem is probably not even a black neighborhood no more. How is Harlem now?
Harlem is Disney World, just like Williamsburg.
Now Jim Jones was talking about Harlem, how they messed up because back in the days when they were selling the buildings for $1, they weren't taking advantage of it, and now the white people came through and started buying them out. And Jim Jones actually said, man, I'm pretty upset about that. That he didn't buy the building for $1 when they were available. Smart businessman or not, man? Did you hear me? Yo, I think Amar is gone. Man, so I guess he's gone. So I'll do my 15 minutes of talk. Amar is gone. Let me see if I can add him. I don't know what happened to him, but anyways, well, he's gone. But let me, talk about that business idea with people stealing patents and stuff like that, and not really stealing patents. They're just using what they think they can use, and people are suing them. Let me see if I can add. I got the keys, the keys, the keys. I got the keys, the keys, the keys.
Testing, testing.
You back? You can hear me?
Yeah, yeah,
What happened? The Illuminati took you out, man?
yeah. Nah, I don't know what happened. It just cut off.
Yeah, it froze. But we were talking about the patent thing, how you're gonna create your own patent and start suing people for it, man.
Yo, I was thinking that like last year, I was like, yo, I could just start suing random people, just patenting anything. I think that's brilliant. But that's what
Just
America's made of.
just create a false office somewhere in Alabama or something. Get some office space and
That's
start
it.
suing.
I don't even think it's taking advantage because we could do the same thing.
We should do it right back to them, right?
Do it to anybody. I would do that. You're using Wi-Fi, pay me.
That's some scum of the earth shit, man. You know what? Fuck it. If you do it, man, let me know how it goes, man.
Oh, definitely, definitely. I'm about to look into it as soon as we finish.
And don't forget to watch it. It's on World Star Hip Hop. You'll see like a little 20-minute documentary on it.
Oh yeah. I think more little people should do stuff like that. I think it's in their best interest. Can you imagine how much money you make? People using Wi-Fi and they have to pay you for it. You can just get crazy with it. You can't walk down 42nd Street without paying me.
So
You
you just
got
gonna pick out random people. Hey, I seen you in 40 seconds using Wi-Fi, so I'm just gonna sue you.
That's right. I'm gonna have mass suits. Make them get hotspots. Help their data packages. I love
I
it.
can already, and then you probably sue them too for using their phone company, right?
Now you got it. See? Limitless.
Man, how's the New York real estate going, man?
Trash.
Why you say that?
It's trash. Everything's overpriced. People are still delusional. This is a horrible, horrible market.
Man, I see you made the video with people that you fell out with. How's that happening?
Um, yeah. I had to snatch it from the channel and put it up on mine. Um,
Oh,
what happened? You want to know why it's up there, or
oh, so it wasn't a brand new video. You actually took it right down back from the website that you got it from.
what happened was we had did it on his computer, and I had put it
Oh,
on my Brooklyn Apartments Facebook page.
yeah.
So the thing is, I'm not gonna say this on camera. Let's just say, it's in the right place now. It's in the right home now.
Drama, man. Drama in the NYC, man.
Yeah, man. Once people get a whiff of the money, the fangs come out, especially here.
It seems like in real estate, man, it's really hard to trust people. Do you really think that's a true story? Like once people,
Um,
huh?
I think it's worse where you go. Like I realized people are snakes when I was in Florida and I did real estate, and it just got confirmed more when I moved back up here. So I think for me personally, I think you can trust people. I just think places like New York and Florida, you can't have really that much trust. Places like DC, definitely you could trust people.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, DC, I had the best time I ever did real estate was DC.
So you had a good time in DC?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, obviously the market was different, but just simple shit like recording a contract, doing creative real estate, actually meeting people that want to work with you and do creative real estate. It was easier. There was no sharks. Everybody knew their place. Investors knew their place. Speculators knew their place. But in um, New York and Florida is just different. You know what I mean? It's just different. New York, everyone is scavengers, and in Florida, people will go behind your back.
No, I know you and my brother went through a little situation here where y'all got scammed over here. You want to talk about that little scam story?
Um, sure, why not? So what happened was, um, we were working with people that were in foreclosure. So I can't say everything, but basically, long story short, somebody was supposed to purchase the property, right, from the people that we had on foreclosure. And once that was happening, we were supposed to get paid at the closing table for making the deal happen. So what happened was I was taking my mortgage broker's test, and I had my phone off. And at the time, someone else, my son's mother, was supposed to be there, and someone else at the closing. What happened was when they changed the closing from 1 day before. When everything went down, none of us was on what's called the HUD-1 sheet. That's where everybody gets paid. So when the deal finished, on paper, none of us was on there, and it was just him. And he chose a title company. So he got all the money, and we never heard from him again.
And how much money was it?
We lost 65,000.
A 65K experience, huh?
Yeah, that's just one 65K experience. So, you know, that's why real estate is trash right now. But that was because I wasn't present. Had I been present, that wouldn't have happened. Um, the people that went there didn't know that you have to have your name on the document so you could protect yourself, or have a contract filed. This way nobody can go around you. So it was one of those circumstantial things where I wasn't accessible, and the people I was working with didn't know. You know what I'm saying? They didn't know.
It seemed like the person who was doing the guy who changed the date knew that you weren't going to be there. So let me try doing when he's not there. Do you think that was his motive?
Now his motive was that we had an issue with his cousin, and his cousin thought that we was going to cheat him out of some money. So he pretty much told his cousin to do that, and that's how that happened. Had he not did that, we would have been paid.
His cousin, right?
Yeah, his cousin. But ironically, his cousin didn't even pay him, so he got jerked too.
That's
So
fucking.
he wound up screwing everybody.
And his cousin was the dude that got chill for a while, right?
Yeah, his cousin was living with us,
What's his name?
and well,
His
I don't
not
want to pull his name out.
not his that wasn't his government name, was it?
Yeah,
Didn't he go by something else?
well, he went by something else, but I
You're
forgot what
not,
he went by.
you're not snitching. You're putting the faces out there.
No snitching, no snitching.
Talking about snitching, you seen that Lil Bibby uh, DJ Vlad interview when he said that even if they killed his mom, he wouldn't snitch on the person. He would have to kill the dude himself.
Nah, I didn't say that. Who said that? Little Bibby?
Yeah.
Nah,
No matter what in what situation, he's not snitching.
he's a moron.
What do you think about hip hop music now, man? I think it's getting bad, man. I think I was listening to a little kid named, well, let me say it like this. I'm not gonna hate. He's
Okay.
making his money. He's making his money. It's cool, but I just think Prince is probably rolling in his grave when you hear people like his name is Lil Yaki. Lil Yaki. His name is Lil Yaki and Lil Boat. That's his name. And it's trash, man. It is trash. My nephew told me to listen to it, and it was, man. I'm not trying to hate. I show a lot of love to some of these people but that was garbage, man.
Well, being that I was supreme hater, I've never heard of that, but I thank goodness for Designer and Panda. I think that's going to resurrect hip hop. I think that I'm about to do a video on that, thanking Panda, and I think that song is going to change the direction in certain parts of hip hop.
That's the first song from a New Yorker to go number one since the Jay-Z and Alicia Keys song in New York.
Yep, and it's the first American artist to chart #1 in 41 weeks.
Damn.
So
I
if
like
this,
the song though.
huh?
I like the song though.
Yeah, the song is hot. The song is gonna bring New York hip hop back. It's not Troy Ave. He's not restoring shit. It's gonna be Panda and Designer. And the video I'm gonna do is gonna show that why it's like that, why Panda is like that. People saying that he's copying Future and he's not. He's actually taking hip hop back from Atlanta the way they did it, and then doing it through Atlanta, bringing it back to New York. He's actually not copying, but he's actually more similar to Young Dro than he is Future. If you listen to Young
Yeah.
Dro Shoulder Lean, the way he did language in that is the same thing that Future did. So he's actually more of a copy of Grand Hustle than he is Future.
And that's what people say. The reason why he's doing so well is because he's sounding like somebody from the South.
Yeah, it has to be. Atlanta's been dominating rap for 20 years. So, of course, it's like that. There's no other place in the world that has dominated rap in the last 20 years more than Atlanta.
Last
Not
20?
last 20. There's not one place. There's not one place that's produced as many stars from 96 to 2006 more than Atlanta.
I would say 15 years. I can't really say 20.
Yeah, from 96. Um,
I can't say 96 because 96 Def Jam was killing it.
not really. Who came out from Def Jam?
Remember 90, most of 96, what came out? 96 was the year of Def Jam when DMX album, I believe, came out. Lauryn Hill's album. No, that's 98.
Yeah, that's 98. 96
But I
was
think from 96 to 2000, that was all New York Def Jam. I can
not
say maybe
mm,
15 years.
mm,
Yeah. Who came from Atlanta from the late 90s?
the biggest group. In fact, AT Aliens, Outkast came out in 96
98.
and
90,
and
Aquemini came out in 98.
Aquemini came out in 98. And then I think Stankonia came out in 2000,
Yeah,
I
but we're
think.
talking about that was really only one like, but New York was like 90. Puff Daddy and them the Locks. Um, I think New York had it late 90s, but I could say maybe 2000, not including Outkast, which is probably was one of the biggest people from. But I can say maybe from 2002 to now, maybe Atlanta has been killing it.
Nah, you got to go before that because remember, it wasn't just Outkast. If you look at New York, right, from 96 to 2000, there's only four entities that represent New York. That's it. DMX, Jay-Z, Puff, and Ja Rule. No one else. That's only four artists. We have
Lauryn Hill
Dungeons,
was killing it.
huh?
Lauryn Hill.
Who?
Lauryn Hill.
Lauryn Hill. Lauryn Hill in the
Yeah.
40s. That's Jersey,
No, Lauryn Hill. Lauryn Hill by herself.
but she's not from
Miseducation
New
came
York.
out, but she was New
She's
York music.
nah, that's Jersey. You can't lump them in.
That's new, man. New Jersey is pretty much New York, man.
I mean, you could call it that, but that's still Jersey. Jersey got their own history. You know what I'm saying? Naughty by Nature, Flavor Unit. But New York only have four artists. That's it.
I don't know.
DMX, Z, Ja Rule, and Bad Boy. Other than that, Atlanta got the whole Dungeon family. Future's an extension of 96. Goody Mob, Sleepy Brown, um, and they keep producing with T.I. It was just that tree is like, even I ain't even gonna get into Jermaine Dupri. Jermaine Dupri had hits those same years of those artists that we mentioned. If you look at Jermaine Dupri's catalog, it might be more than Puff's and Jay.
I think yeah, I think he had he had a mad people.
See what I'm saying? And that was all up in the 90s. And that's So Def. So Def, Dungeon Family, Usher. Um, the sound
I
is
won't
crazy.
say 20, maybe 15, but I won't push 20. I can say 15.
I mean, who was bigger than them before '98 other than Puff in New York?
Jay-Z.
Nah, Jay didn't get big until '98 with Volume Two.
Still 96. I still give the 90s, late 90s to New York, but then after that, 2000, 2001, I think I'll give it to Atlanta. I'll say 15 years Atlanta had it
I
by
think.
themselves. When you say by themselves with no competition, I'll say early 2000s to now.
I mean, that's a fair assessment. But their tree's been rocking. There's no one that's been. They never fell off. Atlanta never fell off from '96 after AT Aliens. Never.
And the
There
funny
was never
part,
a dry spell for them. Even with shit that we didn't mess with, the franchise boys, um, all of that, lean
Little
with it,
John,
rock with it,
Little
all of
John
that
was
stuff.
killing.
Little John was
Uh,
killing it.
Sean
Freaking
Paul.
Ludacris.
Yeah.
Their tree is the biggest tree in hip hop.
I can
It's,
give you that. I can give you that. Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
completely disappointing.
You still had
Huh?
Then TLC can come out of Atlanta.
And Atlanta. And
Uh,
that was before even that's Dungeon Family in terms of their biggest hit. But they came out in what, 93, I think? And that's what I mean. So like this Panda shit, he's taking that and just making it with New York lingo. But people don't understand that.
Hey, he's still killing it though. And then that other song that he's coming out with, that Timmy Turner, that shit's gonna be fire. Timmy Turner, Timmy Turner.
Yeah, Timmy Turner, even that the lyrics is deep. So shout out the designer, the new king of New York.
New York is killing it. But yeah, man, make that quick video. Next week, maybe next week we can bring Kevin on. If you can email him, see what's up with him, see what's up with what's going on with him, and
No doubt. I'll email it.
we're bringing the youngin in, see his perspective in hip hop because they see it from a different angle now. When you
Yeah.
got Little Boat, Little Yaki, Little Uzi. I think what's killing it now is, you know what's killing it now too, is Chicago music, drill music and shit like that.
Hmm.
It's getting real popular.
Or well, yeah, I'm out the loop on that. Maybe I'll look at it.
Yeah, that's what people are talking about now. Rappers from there, Lil Bibby, uh, a lot of these rappers, what Shy the Prince, I think is from. No, Shy the Prince, is he from Yeah, Shy the Prince is from Chicago. Um, a lot of these rappers coming out are from Chicago, man.
Well, let's see what kind of wave they can create because Chicago is one place that hasn't had a wave yet. Florida had a wave. Obviously, New York and Cali, Atlanta.
You don't count Kanye as the wave.
Nah, you gotta have more than one artist as a wave. Like Florida had a wave. You know what I mean? Like
Common.
Common. I mean, I like Common. You know what I mean? But it was never like a Chi-Town wave. Like where for
I
like years people was like, "Yo, Chi-Town."
I think now with all the murder music coming out from over there, I think it's gonna be the new wave. Is gonna be Chicago.
Okay. Well,
So,
we'll see.
all right, then, man. Until next week, different topics. Hopefully, Amar comes back with the conspiracy theory stuff, and
I I might retire, man.
we'll see how that goes, man. Until next week, man. Peace.
Peace.